here we have Elizabeth. So Elizabeth, where are you coming from?
I am from Garden Grove, California.
And what brought you here? How did you hear about us, first of all?
I first heard of you guys through 3ABN. Wow.
Oh, okay. So they did an interview for us. This is a Christian, satellite that's all over, right? So that's what you hear from us. And tell me, what health issues do you have?
Well, the ones that would stick out the most was joint pain, stiffness. A lot of lower back pain up back here.
How about any digestive symptoms?
No, not really.
Not really. So it was inflammation in other areas.
Yeah.
Okay. How about headache?
Yes. When I started to do the cleansing on my own, I started with a lot of headaches.
Okay, so we had to figure it out what was happening, right? Especially the foods.
Yes.
Because a year ago or so, you said that you realized you were having some food sensitivities.
Yes. I started listening about gluten. That gluten can be one of the things that cause joint pain. So I eliminated from my diet, but still I was having pain.
So it's still pain. So you realize it's not just the gluten, right? So you heard about in 3ABN, you heard about we have an online course, and then you follow faithfully, but you are still having issues.
Yes.
Right? And then we talk about it's probably more than just gluten. So you did a food sensitivity test.
Yes.
And so it showed more problems, right, with other foods.
Yes, it showed that I had an issue with corn, with soy, rice, garbanzos.
So it was like a little shocking probably for you.
It was.
Yeah. So more changes because it's hard enough to, gonna eat bread and pizzas and noodles and all this.
Yes.
And so you have to remove more foods. Were you sensitive to oats?
Yes, I was. Yes.
Okay.
But that was a given because when I talked to you, you said oats and gluten. And I'm like, okay. But yeah, I was.
And were you eating often?
Oh, I used to have oats every morning for breakfast.
So there was a lot of changes you had to do, but you faithfully did all the changes, but you still have issues. So when you came here, we had to figure it out.
Yes.
Right? So then we realized, I think the nightshades you already figured it out through the test.
Yes.
You couldn't have it. So
yeah,
you stopped
because
those.
Potatoes. I had a reaction to potatoes.
To potatoes. But then it was more than that. So what was the other foods that you were reacting?
Oh, when I got here, I realized ginger. I can't have ginger. I can't have sunflower seeds or pumpkin seeds.
Because one day, the healthy ginger cannot tolerate. So even a tea made you sick. So, okay. And then there was other tinctures that we put ginger and that making you sick. Yes, so we realized, okay, that has to go. Because we had to adjust, right? Because you saw everybody reacting to different things, and we had to make a lot of changes. So we had to remove that drink. But there was so when we started eating, there were some foods. The first meal you were okay, but the second meal you were not.
It was the first one.
It's the first one. So then we realized you were having a problem with sunflower seeds and pumpkin seeds. Did we try it again? They giving you back and then remove it?
No.
Okay, we just remove it.
Yeah.
And that helped?
Yeah, because I had a bad headache and stiffness.
Oh, yeah. The amazing thing was that after the 5 days of cleansing, you were able to move
my hands,
joints, and then the pain was gone.
Yeah, it was completely gone.
Completely gone, and the steam is completely gone. But then we introduce food, since we eat so clean, and we remove already all the foods that you're sensitive to, but the taste doesn't show sunflower seed and pumpkin seed.
Yeah.
And usually that's the next thing. If you remove all the other ones, that's what the next step that we go. So we did that, and then you start getting better again, right? Okay, so we also, another thing that we changed, I have my juice here, and Elizabeth has, these are different. So even the juices, we had to make changes.
Yeah.
What is the difference between my juice and your juice?
Yours has carrot juice and mine doesn't.
And why yours doesn't have it?
I believe it's because of the candida.
I just want to know, how did I realize that you didn't have candida? Because I said I want to see your tongue, right?
Oh yes, one day that I had a really bad headache and you were rubbing me. You said your tongue is very white.
Yeah, that's usually it can be an issue when you have candida. So we're just trying to do gargles with the oregano. So we said, okay, let's remove all the sweets, right? So even though that this juice have small amounts of carrots, so we realized for Elisa we had to remove totally the sweet for a while, just for a while. This is a program for 4 months, and then you reintroduce things, and then some stuff you don't. So there was so much learning had to done, right?
That was a huge blessing to see how you make the recipes and how God inspires you in a little minute what to do. Because I'm a visual person, I need to see. So that really helped me.
Yeah, because you're a cook and you know how to cook, but when you eat so different, the recipes are from another planet. So, but I think once you saw it in your mind, okay, it's not a problem. So it's gonna be very easy. So, so it's a blessing to see the improvements that you had even in these 10 short days. So we are expecting that, God continue blessing you with your health and improving more and more, and that you also, in return, be a blessing to others.
Amen.
So I just want to thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
God bless.